Hey y'all, welcome to PJs and Mugs. This is story time with Jessica. It's all good. Hey y'all, welcome back to PJs and Mugs. I'm your host Jessica. It's all good, and I'm so glad to see you this Sunday. Let's get into it. So I am repeating with my travel mug because I love this thing so much. It keeps things cold, and everyone's walking around with their travel mugs. So I'm like, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it with Jessica. It's all good. We're all chocolate mug. So get that. Yes, right now it's just a shameless plug. I've told the We're All Chocolate story. I've explained the mugs. You've watched other episodes. So let's fast forward on to the next part, shall we? Since the World Cup is coming up, I figured I should probably talk about my situation with the World Cup. And this is hilarious. Y'all, I used to be a samba dancer. That's right. Jessica, from Greenville, South Carolina, used to be a samba dancer with a Brazilian dance team. That is pretty crazy, isn't it? And let me tell you something. This is not the first time I've danced for another culture. Therefore, I've been mistaken for other cultures. But I'm like, nope, I'm country. I'm from the South here, just doing my little dance. That's right. Yeah. I was only a samba dancer for a short period of time, just 6 months. I really have a tendency to be like, yes. When people are like, oh, you want to try? Yeah. Should you? Yeah. You should? Yeah. Why not? And sometimes those yes should have been no's, or like, let's just try it, but not hop all the way in. But someone said you should be a samba dancer. And I was like, okay. And for 6 months, I was in rehearsals and I did 2 shows. In that time, I learned some things. Number one, samba dancers are amazing. Learning about the culture, the Brazilian culture, learning about the dances and the history, it was fantastic. But I should have also learned that I should not have been here, anywhere near here. This company I've seen, it's been going on for years. They are still doing their thing. I was there for that short little blip in time, and I'm like, it's actually kind of a funny story. Number one, because when I tell people, they're like, what? I'm like, I know, right? It's always a fun fact. It's one of those 2 truths and a lie. You can really throw people off with that one. So this was around 2013, 2014. I realized that you don't wear a lot of clothes in this. Now, we had more on than like the ones you see on TV, okay? But it's basically swimsuits with beads and feathers and rhinestones and stuff like that. And then these massive feather hats. Y'all, when I say it looks absolutely glorious to watch these women in these outfits walk into a room with all these colors and feathers, and I got to be one of those women. But let me tell you something, being a woman is difficult at times, like a lot of the times. While you're half naked, you're also dancing in high heels. So you're half naked, you're usually cold, and your feet hurt. I started dancing in the fall. My first gig was like the day after Halloween. It was like November, and even though we can have hot Halloweens and hot Novembers, that was not the year that anything was hot. I remember freezing my butt off at my first performance. I remember not being able to get the dance moves because I was still kind of fresh. So I didn't have to do the whole thing, but I got to be the flag bearer. So that was pretty awesome. Oh gosh, it was a lot of fun. Everybody was just like, oh, you're amazing. But one of the things that was really awful was like these head things, these feather things, they're really freaking heavy. And you've got like this little plastic ball that's squeezing on your head. The problem is my hair is thick and it goes up. So the very first time I did it, I was like, I don't know what to do. My hair is thick. So I had it like pushed down or braid it down with a wig on, with the top on, and that cap, having all that stuff pulling on it made it even tighter. Y'all, after my first performance with this big feather thing, my head felt like it was being cut on the sides because of how tight it was. So the level of torture I was going through with my head suffering, my neck's being tied up to keep the thing on my head, like, right? Like, it's like the thing goes around your chin and holds this thing up, right? So that's a lot with the wig on top of it. Then I'm sitting here with everything kind of hanging out, and that was enough on its own. Second, third, I've got these high heels on, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm doing this well. But the pictures were great. There's a video. It was awesome. Okay. So now we're getting ready for the next show that I get to be a part of, which is fast forward in April. Now, the reason I want to tell this story is because I lost a major opportunity. We were dancing at a specific factory, but the corporate headquarters of a particular soda company in the ATL, okay? Like, seriously, I don't know where these videos are going to go, but I'm just like, let me be careful. But if you figured out, we're in a pretty big deal spot, right? And this day, I had a bit of a disagreement with our director. I did not want to wear a wig under the cap anymore because it was too much. And when I got there, I thought that the boss understood that I'm like, I'm just going to wear my natural hair. I'm going to wear like an afro puff with my twist, so that way I won't be tortured when the thing is around my chin, pulling this thing into my head. Well, apparently she didn't like it. And she didn't understand that I can't do the same thing and not be tortured. So we had a bit of a disagreement. Now I'm already struggling because getting into this place, the parking was bad. Apparently the World Cup was in town and it was at this location. I didn't know what a World Cup was. At that time, I remember thinking, what? A who? A what? Because I'm sitting here like upset that I'm getting in trouble for a hairstyle that I thought I had gotten approved. So, remember how I told you everyone's like, oh, you look so pretty and everything's all the colors and the feathers and the birds. You look like birds. So when we get outside of the bathroom, I am fuming. But it's time for the show, and the show must go on. So I got out there, and I did my little dance. I'm just like, you know what? This is my last day. I'm cold. It might be April, but like the wind in this like building in this courtyard is all bouncing around. And I knew that everything was going to happen in Brazil that year. I knew it was like a thing, which is why we were there. But I didn't know what FIFA was, okay? Which means I didn't know what a World Cup was. I was like, what cup? I don't care about a cup. I'm cold. My feet hurt. My head hurts. I'm tired. And I'm doing these dances wrong. I don't care. I'm quitting today. It wasn't until much later that I realized that I was within not even hundreds of feet away at one point from the FIFA World Cup. And I was wearing this gorgeous, red, beautiful Samba outfit. And it was going to be in Brazil that year. That would have been the most epic picture. But I didn't know until weeks later what I'd done. I remember when I started to put all the dots together of what FIFA was and what the World Cup was, and that I had missed an opportunity of a lifetime, especially because I was quitting. I was like, what have I? Oh, what? I could have taken a picture with the FIFA World Cup as they're going to Brazil in a Brazilian samba outfit because I was a Brazilian dancer. But I was so angry. I was like, I don't want no pictures of no cups. So I had a great time samba dancing in a short period of time. Are there regrets? Yeah. But you know, sometimes you have to know what's for you and what's not for you. I'll tell you this. I love the director of that program. I still love and support the dance team. I should have just known it was not for me at the time. And I probably should have taken that opportunity while I had it, but you can't win them all. Moral of the story is no regrets, but in life you'll have regrets. Okay, there. That was a fun story. Until next time, thank you for joining me for another random story time with Jessica in your PJs, hopefully, and with your favorite mug. I will see y'all next week. Happy Sunday and bye.